72. It was a gig that was supposed to be put on starting at 8 o'clock. It started at sort of 10 o'clock because there was power cuts. It was a miners' strike at the time. But Steve was billed with the MC5. The MC5 was headlining. There was a short tour by them at the time, and Steve was the second act on of that night. And on that particular night, he arrived somewhere through around about sort of like 11:30 on stage, well, probably later than that, 12:30 on stage, and he's come along, and he's ended up he's doing he's first again. Oh yeah, man, Canterbury. Oh, Canterbury. Yeah, yeah. He says, well, all I could do is get a wimpy bar, and that was it. So people thought, I don't know what he's talking about, but okay, fine. And then he went to tune up, and he had his acoustic guitar, so he had two mics, and he turned around, and one mic went in with the boom and everything, went down into the orchestra pit. But quickly, the guy that was helping him out came in, put it all back together again, and he tuned up sort of briefly, and then started singing, and he was away non-stop, absolutely non-stop. People were so sort of taken aback by the first song he did, they went to clap, but he was already into the second song, and he just played 50 minutes, maybe an hour, but non-stop, and by the end of it, they were absolutely sort of like, wow, what was that? And they just went absolutely wild, because it was brilliant. He just didn't put a foot wrong. He just carried on. He just went on and on and on and on, and it just was amazing. And people was just sort of, whoa! They didn't think he was going to do that, because as he was tuning up, it looked like he was going to do nothing. You know, it looked like it was going to be a mishmash, but it was absolutely brilliant. And so that was really good. When it came out in the reviews of the paper, he got 4 stars. MC5 were brilliant in their own right, but he actually got more stars than MC5 at that particular, and that was the best gig I ever saw him do. The gig itself, going back to the days of sort of Fillmore East and Fillmore West, which was basically cinemas covered with psychedelic lights. We had 2 light shows. We had 16 liquid wheels in there, and the whole place was full of colour. So it was like something sort of like from the 60s, 67, 68, 69 period put into 1972, and it was absolutely brilliant. And it finished at 20 to 5 in the morning, which was never heard of at that day in Canterbury. But that was the gig. That was the first time. I already knew him before that, but the first time I actually worked with him. But he was excellent, absolutely excellent.